Hey everybody, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals. So I'm curious, I have cornflakes on one plate, butter on the other, and thinly sliced chicken in the middle. And the oven is preheating. 3 guesses what we're making. This is our meal for our Friday night class, our promo class. So if you were able to make it and join us for that, here's the recipe that you were looking for. So here's how we're starting. This recipe is actually only 190 calories. That's when you're using a full chicken breast. Now, the thinly sliced brings it down to about 80-90 calories, depending on how thick the thin sliced chicken breasts are. So what we're looking at here is about 80 to 100 calories for your protein period. I'll have another recipe up for you so you can make some cauliflower mashed potatoes. The Savory Spice Shop really hooked us up with some delicious spices for all of this. So we're going to get started. I want to show you what we need to do for the cornflakes here. We're going to wait for the butter. We need the butter to melt. We're going to dip the chicken in the butter into the cornflakes, bake it. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So anyway, let me show you what we're going to do with these cornflakes. It is very simple. We have to basically crush it up and make it so that it's very crumbly. We don't want it too crumbly because we do want to make sure that, you know, we have that texture of the fried chicken in this. That's kind of why we're using cornflakes. Now, I've washed my hands, so just heads up. And basically, crush it. If you have kids, ask them to help you. Because this part, you're seriously just crushing up the cornflakes into little crumbly bits. And you know kids, they love things like this. They just crumble it. I got a huge box of these things for like $2 today at the store. It's awesome. And cornflakes are like Rice Krispies. They're very plain. Cheerios too, just a plain old toasted oats. You can add whatever you want into it. And at the same time, you end up with this delicious meal for breakfast, or, I mean, who knows, if you want dinner, a little snack afterwards. You know how we all crave cereal after? Well, these plain cereals, these whole grains, that have always been whole grain, by the way, are perfect. All right, so we have this. We're ready to go. All we need to do to add to this is some Parmesan, a little bit of seasoning, and that's it. So we are looking at, ooh, oven's ready, woohoo, about half a cup Parmesan, if it'll come out of the container. There we go. This one problem with the organic grated is sometimes putting it in the fridge like that. It keeps it fresh, but it definitely doesn't keep it where it's not going to chunk up on you. There we go. Let's mix this sucker up. I also have a very cold fridge, so I'm wondering, because this is the second or third cheese to lock up like that on me. Some of my shredded cheese did it earlier. Alright, so we've got that much Parmesan. Okay, so we're just going to sprinkle that in. And then all we need is to take our fried chicken seasoning. This is what it is right here. Let's clear this up. Let's get that. There we go. So there's our fried chicken seasoning. Savory Spices mixes this up. They've got some salt in it, so you don't want to add salt to any of this. Roasted garlic, onion, paprika, black pepper, yellow mustard, sage, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and oregano. Perfect. This is going to be delicious. Alright, so let's get this little silver foil out of here so we can actually use this puppy. And what you're looking at is 2 tablespoons of spices. Okay? Really don't need that much. Just enough to put some flavor on this. Yeah, put some flavor on this chicken. These new spoons that I got this year, I have to tell you, they make it look like there's so much going on here. Alright. So let's go for that. Now, all we need to do is mix this up. Just mix it really well. So we're good to go. All right, I'm going to melt this butter, and we will come back. Hey everybody, so we're back. So we have our pan over here, our glass pan. I don't know if you can see it. Our oven's ready to go. Our butter is nice and melted. So I'm going to take this butter and I'm going to coat the bottom of our glass Pyrex just to make sure that as the chicken cooks, it doesn't stick. Now, as you can see, I'm just using a napkin. It's going to soak up some of the butter, but we really don't need a lot on here. We don't want greasy fried chicken. We want fresh, crunchy, baked fried chicken. We want to still have all that deliciousness. Alright, so we got that going. So here's how we're going to do this. Now, the one thing we did not add into this is pepper and salt. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that's part of the seasoning mix. If you are from the South and you like a lot of pepper, add pepper into this, okay? It's a delicious seasoning, but for those of you in the South, Southeast area, especially like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, that kind of area, I know for a fact, having grown up on the West or the East Coast, you guys have a lot of pepper in your fried chicken. So here we go. We got our beautiful little fried chicken, or beautiful chicken, nice and thin, ready to go. Here, let's turn the flash on for you guys. There we go. That's more like it. Now you can actually see. Alright, so here we go. We're going to dip it into the butter. And this is just how the cornflakes are going to stick to it. Really get it in there. And yes, people, you are going to get your fingers messy. Sorry. Stick it in the other side. Cover it. Coat it. You don't want to get your fingers messy. Get your kids into this. They love this stuff. Well, most kids. I know a few who are just very girly, do not like to get their fingers messy. Alright, so we're going to take this and we're just going to lay it out. Alright, next! Very simple, very easy process. Now, I will tell you this, do not use frozen chicken. It will not work as well. Alright, so let's dig this puppy in here. Let's coat it. Really get some coating going on this. Yum, yum, yum. It actually already smells delicious. You can smell the seasoning. The one good part about using fresh seasoning is as you're cooking, as you're just even mixing this, before the sucker even goes into the oven, you smell it. Alright, so here we go. We got another one. Lay that right next to it. We got a third. I got this on sale, another $3 special in the chicken department. I love when they slice them so thin that the poundage on it just equals up to about $3. It's awesome. It's really budget worthy because what you're looking at with these three is you've basically got either 3 big guy servings, so we're talking those massive monster bodybuilder dudes in the middle of the gym, or you've got 6 standard family size servings. You got 3 kids, well guess what? One and a half of these puppies just took care of your kids. Alright. Here we go. Let's put this over here. Now, we're going to let this cook for about 20-30 minutes. Excuse me for just a minute. I'm going to get some of this off my fingers. At least the big stuff off my fingers so I can actually put this in the oven. Now, thinly sliced chicken typically takes 20, sometimes 30, depending on how long it cooks. I know regular chicken breasts take about 40 minutes. Now, essentially, a thinly sliced chicken breast is a chicken breast cut in half, so half the time. This means you don't have to worry about cutting that chicken breast into 4 little baby slices. Does this not look like a much better division right there? All you do is chop it in half and you have 2 servings, as opposed to taking the same size and slicing it into 3 or 4. It just visually, it looks like you're getting more food. So I will come back. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Who's ready for some fried chicken? So here's what it looks like. As you can see, it is still sizzling. I baked it for 20 minutes, threw it under the broiler, 2 minutes per side. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's absolutely amazing in person. It looks like fried chicken. I'm going to let it cool and eat it, but I've had this recipe before. It's absolutely delicious, especially with the seasoning that's in it. It actually does taste like fried chicken, amazingly so. So anyway, I hope you guys try this recipe out. 30 minutes, you got, fried chicken for 100 calories. Like, can't beat that. So anyway, I hope you try it out. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you all tomorrow.